Hey guys, today's video is called Are You Trying to Heal Your Partner? And I wanted to make this video because as most of you know, I was married for 6 years, and now being single and being a woman that is healing myself and growing in love, I wanted to reflect back. I learned this concept of reviewing the playbook from Tony Gaskins, and as I review the playbook, I want to review my playbook with you guys just in case you're in the same boat or maybe you're experiencing the same thing, because I want to help. Well, I guess I can't help anyone. All I can do is help myself and share the experience and hope that if there is something to be taken from it, you guys take from it. So are you trying to heal that person? And I read this book called The Unemotionally Available Mother. I believe that's what it's called. I'm going to find the name of it and I'm going to put it into the description below so that you know the exact book I'm talking about, the author, and where to find it if you're interested in reading it. And one thing I realized about myself, and I had to come to terms with myself, is that I had to look back in my childhood. Your relationship with your parents is your number one predictor to how you will either learn to love, like shy away from loving, or how you will absolutely love in your future. So to evaluate your relationship with your parents is a good indicator of helping you gauge why you love the way you love now. And so I wanted to make this video because I read this book, The Unemotionally Available Mother, and the book is literally just about that. It's not necessarily about your mom. It could be your mom or your dad. It could be both. It could be whoever that person is you attach to. Your caregiver, if you have a caregiver that took care of you, maybe you didn't have your parents. If you have a grandmother or grandfather that took care of you, whoever was that person that you attached to as your ultimate caregiver. And so the book talks about if you have a unstable relationship with that person. Now, unstable relationship could be if they're gone, if that person is completely absent. It could be if they're emotionally unavailable. Maybe they're too focused on what they're doing. Maybe they're too focused on their misery. Maybe they're sad. Maybe they have mental illness and they're just not available. They weren't available for you as a child. And so that unemotional attachment is missing from you. That's what I mean when I say that, the parent is gone. It doesn't mean that they're not necessarily right there. It doesn't mean that they don't necessarily provide for all of your physical needs. It means that in some way that attachment is broken. And so I'm getting to my point here, I promise. So the reason that I wanted to bring this up is because I read the book and it says that if, for instance, you have a parent that's gone or an unemotionally available parent and you're attached to them, your relationship dynamic becomes more to where you're the parent and they're the child. And not that they're the child and you're the parent, but you want to cater to them as if they're your baby. You want to nurture them, you want to love them, you want to help them heal, you want to help them grow. And it's a spent around emotional dynamic between child and parent, because you see that person is broken and you want to love them, you want to heal them. We see our children, we see when they want to love on us, we see when they want to kiss us, when they want to make us feel better, when they know we're stressed and they want to make the load easier. But when you have a parent that's consistently in that phase and you consistently are there being that parent, you grow up faster than you should have. And your relationship to love is, let me heal you, let me help you, let me nurture you, let me be that person for you that's going to pull you out of this. And this was something that I had to come to terms with myself, because in my marriage, I realized it became I want this for this person. I want this person to do this. I want them to be this. I want them to be better because of what I think is going to make them better, or what I think is going to be healing to them. And I actually have a therapist. Well, I haven't seen her in a while, but my therapist used to say to me, you're trying to make somebody something that they never said that they wanted to be. Maybe they have said that they wanted to be it, or maybe they show signs of wanting to be it, so they change temporarily. But then you'll notice when you get off of them, they're back to who they were before, because they never wanted to be the person that you think they want to be. They just want to be with you, and since to be with you, they have to be that person, they're going to keep attempting. But they'll keep failing because you're not loving that person for who they are. You're loving them for who you think they can be, their potential, the potential of the person they can become with your help or your guidance. And we have to check ourselves and realize when we are not seeing the person we love for who they are. And maybe it's because deep down we know that if we see them for who they are and they never change who they are, we would have to leave. And sometimes to get the courage to leave because a person isn't who we thought they were, a person isn't who we want to share our energy with, or a person is holding us back from becoming our better self or who we see ourselves to be, it's scary, it's scary. It's scary to say, I might have to leave this person. I might have to figure out how I'm going to raise these kids on my own. I might have to figure out how I'm going to afford this and this by myself, and us live separately and co-parent as opposed to being together. Or this person might fail to this, or this person might not become this. The truth is they might not ever become that, even if you're there, because you're trying to heal them and grow them when that wasn't who they wanted to be in the first place. That's not who they are as an individual. And we have to check ourselves on that. And we also have to question our relationship with our parents, our relationship to love itself. Is our idea of loving someone making someone something that they're not? Our goal in love is not to make somebody something that they're not. It's to love that person in their wholeness and who they are as a whole person, and accepting them that way without having to change anything about them. And once we can look back into ourselves, look back into our old relationships, our first relationships in life, to our parents, our caregivers, and our relationships from there on out, we can evaluate why we are in a broken cycle of what it is to love somebody. If I love you, it's not my job to heal you. If I love you, it's not my job to make you a man or a woman. If I love you, it's not my job to grow you. If I love you, it is just my job to fully love you. And of course, we should all want to be better. But if you want to continue to grow and be better, love somebody that wants to grow and be better for themselves as well. Don't love somebody that doesn't want to do anything different than they're already doing, that thinks their life is okay and thinks they're whole and complete. Because if they are whole and complete, that's fine. That doesn't mean that's your idea of whole and complete. And so as soon as we can evaluate that in ourselves, as soon as we can begin to love ourselves better and look at our relationship to what love is, true love. We need to learn true love, agape love, which is I love you regardless of what you have, what you're going to be, what you can be, what your potential is. I love you for here and now. So being honest with yourself, and that person deserves the freedom to be themselves, even if it's not your idea of what's better, even if it's not your idea of who they should be. Let your ego go. Let your ego go of who people should be and what they should be in life, because they might be fine just sitting on the couch playing the game. They might be fine just smoking weed every day and not becoming better. They might be fine not having a job and just living on assistance. They might be fine in places that you're not fine in. And if you guys have that conversation and you keep having the conversation, move around. Figure out how you're going to do it for yourself. Figure out how you're going to learn and grow, and how you're going to become more of true love, so that you can find somebody that you can truly love and truly be 100% whole and accepting of, because they are exactly who you are. They're an exact reflection of you. We have to stop wanting to change people. We have to stop wanting to heal people. There is no healing and changing. People can only heal and change themselves. And the sooner we can own up to that, the sooner we can own up to us not being the ultimate healer of the world, the ultimate I can make you better type of person. Who's to even say who's better and not better? There is no right and wrong. There is no better or worse. There is only truth and there's only truth and lies. Truth and lies. Truth. There's only truth. There's only truth. Okay, let's just go with that. There's only truth. So accept that person as their true self. Accept yourself as that true self. And if you're not equally yoked, if you can't see eye to eye on who you guys want to be, don't stick around and make that person miserable trying to change them. And don't stick around making yourself miserable trying to change them. Stop trying to heal people. Stop trying to grow people. Learn to love people exactly for who they are. And evaluate your relationships in your life, your relationships to your family, your relationships to your parents, your relationship to your children, and realize that we are just all here reflecting each other, trying to grow and learn to be better. And if you're with somebody that doesn't want to grow and learn and be better, or doesn't want to be the person you want them to be, it's because it's not your person. So move around. And I wanted to make this video today just because I want to share my reflections of myself and my wrongdoings with you guys, in hopes that maybe it helps somebody else not take such a long process in terms of sharing their life with somebody that you were never meant to share your life with. And so I'm so happy if you guys join me here. If you're watching this, like and subscribe to my channel. I love you. I hope you have an amazing day. I hope the sun is shining. I hope you've drank your water. Bye.